Hey, it's Mike with Green Glides, Mikey's Board, Mikey's Fest. And I had a question today about how I route my vacuum hoses for my 370. So I thought I'd do a video versus typing it all out. So this is an older model of 370. It has a 2.5-inch port. The new ones have 2, so you would need to get a fabricator or talk to Legend Brand, see if they have some old connectors here. Anyhow, I use flash cuffs just because they're not crazy and they don't come apart on electric reels, and a little bit of leak is not a bad thing. So I run a short, whatever that is, 4.5 feet section to a vinyl cuff to the back side of this filter, which also has a barbed fitting. And if I'm going to go 2.5 inch for the first 46 feet of leftover 2 inch or 2.5, then I took another rubber cuff, 2.5, short piece of vacuum hose to a 2.5 male. If I'm going to run just 2 inch, which sometimes you luck out and you only have to run 50 feet of hose, especially when you can park this close to the door, then I use that as a starter, and then I put on this adapter. So you have a full 2.5 set, 2.5 hose, and then you have this adapter kit that Flash or Interlink, Ramsco, Hydroforce, they make. So it is obviously a threaded unit that has a barb fitting on the internal. And it's just a 2.5 adapter, and then you put a 2-inch cuff on there. So there's that, and then let me show you how I run the hoses off the reel. So most of the time, well, all the time, I'm running 1.5-inch wands now. Sapphire wand has a 1.5-inch connector. AW29 1.5-inch connector. I'm sorry, Sapphire has a 2-inch cuff on there that's welded on. 1.5-inch Devastators, 1.5-inch. So we'll right now I have the 1.5-inch. This is a swivel, which I'm trying. So far so good, but as you can tell, it's new. Or I put on somewhere around here, the reverse. So that's 1.5 that flares out to 2, and that is for the Sapphire. Okay, so I use a whip hose, 1.5, and it's a lined hose that's flash cuff. This is the 2 to 1.5-inch reducer. See how that works? So again, that's something that in the Hydroforce catalog. So you can see that whole whip hose there is, I don't know, 7-8 feet, something like that. And then it goes to 2-inch. Don't mind the color change, but this gray section is what I call my Murphy's Law hose. And it's about 10 feet, and it always seems like I need 60 feet or 110 feet. So keep that around. And then it goes to 50 feet of 2. So let's pull that off. And then it goes to the 2.5. And that same drop down, the barb fitting, goes to this adapter, which is just a male to the threaded to barbed. And then let me show you how I do the all important and confusing back to 2. Because my average home run here in Ranchoville is, like I said earlier, 110 feet. So I'll connect this 2.5 straight to the filter, and then run whatever that 68 feet of the rest of the hose in the house. But I have backup. All right, so there it is. You got the end, or the female of the 2.5 to the rest of my 2. So it's just a standard 2 setup to one of those threaded barb fittings, but running the other way. So the threading is inside the female here. The barb side, as you can see, goes into this 2.5 starter cuff. This is the same that's on the face of the machine. So you got to study that. 2.5 starter, 2.5 barbed, to 2-inch threaded all the way on. So hopefully that'll make sense, but if you go to the Interlink Hydroforce catalog, they'll have a page there showing all these fittings, and hopefully I use the proper terminology, but it's not that difficult, folks. Hopefully you get that. If not, I hear Walmart tiring. All right, over and out. Got any questions, you know where to find me, Mikey'sBoard.com. Thank you.